So follow-up from yesterday. I just did my ranunculus obviously yesterday, and I'm planting up these borders. And today I decided to cut back this rose because look at all this dead wood in it. And it did get rust last year. And also because I'm going to be doing this seating area and finally getting rid of this rotten seat, I need it to be kind of more off the ground. Because it had kind of encroached over the seat, and the reason it's coming forward away from the trellis is because the ivy and of course the hedge where I've started to cut it back was creating all this shade, so the rose was having to reach right out to the light. So hopefully what I want to do next is, I've trimmed it back a bit, but what I want to do is trim this bit back, this ivy, and possibly a little bit of this cherry tree, and obviously then complete this before it gets too late, because the birds are already partnering up. So I really need to get this done before they start nesting, because once they start nesting I can't do it here in the UK. There are rules about that. So I'm going to quickly, I haven't seen any nests, so I am actually being careful to notice if there are any. And so far I haven't seen any, but I have seen the birds, the blackbirds and the thrushes and the robins. Only the pigeon hasn't found a little partner yet. But all the others are definitely pairing up right now, so I need to get moving so that I can this can grow back, fill out. And I mean, they've still got loads of places because they've got all the yew hedge down there. Let me show you what I've done because it's a mess. So where I've been chopping the yew hedge back, I've just been hiding it all down here. But as you can see, they still have plenty more places. They'll often nest in these kind of tight ivy areas here, and I won't be touching any of this. So they've got plenty, and they often actually also nest in one of their favourite places is in the box, in the box, and the holly as well, which is more or less trimmed, as much as that's going to be trimmed for today, for this year. So I need to crack on with that, even though these are jobs I like least, but they are kind of time pressure, these jobs, whereas you know, these pots, it's not going to be that big of a deal if they even spend another week sitting out here without being planted up. So that's what I'm doing today, and then hopefully, I've got loads of tip runs to do. Actually, before I get rid of all that wood, I was just having a little practice making these kind of circles, you know, like you make wreaths. So I've made wreaths before, holly wreaths, and I was just in the garden centre yesterday seeing if I could buy some sort of organic feed, which I couldn't. They didn't really have anything organic because I was a bit worried about my ranunculus. They've kind of been in there 3 years, so I was looking for something maybe I could. Anyway, I've just used compost to feed them instead, my own compost. But I was thinking, I saw the bamboo canes, and they have like a wreath around the bottom, wreath around the middle, wreath around the top, and then they're tied by this nice thick string at the top. And since I haven't got to them yet, but they kind of look a bit ropey, don't they? Which doesn't really matter when the sweet peas are growing up them. But it would be nice if they were more structural, if they had more of an ornamental feel. And so I thought, because the yew is very bendy, I thought before I take it all to this tip, I might make some little wreaths to jazz up those bamboo teepees where my sweet peas are growing. But I don't have time for that now. Now I'm going to shear this ivy here. Right, finally got rid of the the bench. Unfortunately, it's revealed all the junk behind where I've been cutting the hedge. So that's a job done. I've got some more airflow created in those roses. I don't know, I'm going to see. I've run out of time. I've got so much to take to the tip that I just don't want to generate any more cuttings because I have to still do this hedge. So I'm going to leave that for now. It looks a lot better, you know, if you can see past my tip pile. So that's another part of the garden. This whole area drives me potty. So I did put my Edgeworthia here because it's a nice round shape and it was going to screen all that, but it died. I moved it I knew it would. I moved it at the wrong time of year. This Fatsia and this laurel were put in by the previous owner. I have cut it down, I've cut it down, I've cut it down. Just keeps growing back and I don't want it. I do, however, have a hedge piece there and a rose there, so hopefully they'll knit together a bit to hide it. I'll cut this again, this laurel and this Fatsia, and see if one day they might just give up. I've got 2 camellias full of buds there, so they're going to look nice. I'm going to definitely put a bench here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some compost, a thick layer of compost around the base of these roses. I'm not going to cut them anymore. I know they don't look perfect. They are still long ways up there. I didn't get up far enough up the ladder to cut them. And I will try and tie them just a bit of a better shape around here so you can see the camellia underneath. And yeah, we'll see how they grow. And next year maybe I'll cut them back even harder and let them sort of have a sort of a do-over, if you like. And I might do that in the autumn so that they really do go dormant over winter, because it has been quite a mild winter really. So as you can see, they're still sort of growing, and they're not growing great because they haven't really had a rest, and also they probably need a lot of food. So also I thinned it right out. There's a lot of dead wood and there were a lot of overlapping twigs, so hopefully there'll be a better airflow through there as well this year, so they'll just make healthier plants. We'll see. I'll monitor them, but that is all I'm doing on those because I just don't have time. So they'll have to do for now. We'll see how they grow back. I'll see how their shape is. I'll see how healthy they are, and then next year, if I need to, I'll cut them back even harder. But this now has to all go to the tip. I'm going to cover this here, feed it hard, and then, I don't know, I'm thinking I have so much wood down here. I mean, obviously I'm going to build that pergola over my seating area, but I reckon I'll probably have enough to build some kind of bench, especially with those there. Or, you know, those pieces there. So this is why you should, that cupboard's got to go, mind you. Anyway, at least I got rid of that old seat that I've been threatening to get rid of for, you know, a year. It's gone now. Yeah, and that I'm going to convert into a little mini greenhouse, which I'm going to put out on the drive because it was a rubbish little cupboard. It fell apart within 6 months. So I'm going to definitely fix that up. I'm definitely not throwing that out. I will do something with it, and I might put like a greenhouse door on it and some better shelving, and then I've got some more places I can do seeds. Here comes the robin, and this robin now has a little partner. See if we can see the partner. I can hear the partner because they talk to each other. The partner is somewhere over there. And somebody's lit a fire as well because it's really stinky. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. So, oh, there he is. Look, he's thinking, what have I done with that rose? Seeing if he can find some worms where I've just scraped all the ground. There he goes, inspecting. There, look. Anyhow, this next. Alright, it's getting dark, but I've cleared all the debris out. Well, not all of it. I still have the tree debris, but the rose debris has gone. The rose is cleared back. It's a bit dark, sorry, because it's getting late. And the ivy is cut back to give the rose a bit more light when it comes around here. Still have this to do here. I'm just not making any progress on that at all. I've cleared a big gap there, but you know, ideally I would have liked to have had that lopped right off across this weekend, but I'm running out of time now before the birds start nesting, so hopefully I'll get a chance to do some tomorrow. But there we go. The roses were suffering real congestion and were coming far too much this way. So I may even put that table and chairs back over here now that there's more room here. Make it into another little seating area next to the fire pit. So I'm thinking of putting those back over there behind the fire pit where I've cleaned that space out. And then I might use that little grassy area underneath the table to grow some carrots and potatoes and things in pots raised off the floor, and they'll be sort of hidden by the borders as well. But I might do that, yeah. So it got a bit late, so I thought I'd finish filming in the morning. Here's the space. I definitely need more mulch on this. I'm going to put some bark chippings here, and I'm going to move this Victorian seating over here. I actually think a bench would look better, but for now I didn't want the seating where it was, so I thought before all the flowers grow I'll drag it back over here and I can sit by the roses and have a morning coffee. And yeah, I think that will do for now. Put some bark chippings down and we're all done. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video. Bye.